No matter how much I learn, think, analyze, this one thing always brings me home to myself. So, hi, I'm Trisha Edwards, and I'm sharing my one thing that always brings me back to my body. So, you probably have heard people talk about the mind body connection and how important it is to include your body and not leave your body behind. More and more people are talking about it, and it really is crucial for helping you feel grounded and safe and secure so that you can go on and do all of those things. I think we've all kind of graduated from mindset first, where mindset is important, but when you include the body, you will get that much further. And so that's what I'm here to talk about through the lens of human design. And this is my human design chart. So I'm going to share a couple of things as we first get started on here. And that happens to be these shapes that you see right here, like the square or the triangle, any of these shapes. These are called centers. So think of them as like energy centers. They're, I guess, kind of designed after the chakra. I'm not well versed in that language, so I'm not going to go down that road, but they're energy centers, and they have different flavors of what they are. So for example, this is the head. It's about ideas and insights. This is the ajna. It's about conceptualizing. So where the head might say, hey, this is the question we need to answer, this is the answer. This creates the answer for it. And then we have the throat, which is your communication, which is, think of everything from verbal to written to visual to your actions, your body language, everything that we bring out into the world. Basically, this is your external outlet. Everything here is internal, and this is the thing that brings it out into the world, just like me talking here, right? You have down here, this is the spleen. This is all about health and vitality and survival. You have this, the yellow triangle, or I'm sorry, diamond shape is your identity. It's about self-love, your drive, your purpose. The red one below that, this is the sacral. It's like life force energy. And because this one is defined for me, it means that I am a generator. I'm a 6-2 generator. And the one down here at the bottom is the root. Think of it as like the pulse to get into action, like propel you into action. You have the one triangle over here on the right. This is the emotional solar plexus. And then we have the will center that's in here. And so the one that I am going to talk about, though, is this one right here. And it is the one thing that kept me out of my body. It's the one thing that kept me from leaving my body. And so first, I wanted to share that, our minds are really powerful, but they are just prediction machines, essentially. They're going to think about, oh, here's something that's happening in the awareness. How do we figure out to work with it? It can only do it based off of your history, your beliefs, your past, things people have told you, things that you've learned, things that you're taking in the very immediate moment. But that's all it can do, is it can only base predictions off of what it already knows. So think of it as like ChatGPT, it only is as good as what you program it with. And let's face it, most of us are programmed with a bunch of garbage. That we're always trying to either unlearn or decondition, or we don't even realize it sometimes, some of them, we move on from one thing and then we realize, oh, there's a little bit more here. So it can only predict, your mind can only predict based off of what it's already been fed. So it's not this all-knowing thing. But your body, however, that's more of like your unconscious. I always think of these two shapes right here, the two of them here, the head and the ajna. I think of them as being kind of like your mind, the predominantly your conscious awareness thinking kind of mind. And everything else is your body, your unconscious, like your automaticity that you do things. And we can access our unconscious. We can consciously think about, I'm going to observe how I walk today. So you're consciously observing your unconsciousness, right? So we can do that. And so But in the unconscious, we take in so much more knowledge and wisdom that we don't even realize. Like have you ever been where all of a sudden you feel like, is somebody staring at me? And it's from somebody far away. You didn't consciously, there was no words or no, hey, Trisha, what are you doing over there? There was nobody yelling at you. You just get this sense that someone's staring at you. And you look, and then they are, right? This is what your body takes in, or where you feel like, I'm feeling a little claustrophobic. I feel like things are getting smaller in here. And maybe it's because there's a few more people in the room that you didn't notice, had entered into the room. And you sense it. I feel it. That's your unconsciousness. It is powerful. It takes in so much more than your conscious thinking on there. And so your body sometimes, I believe, the majority of the time, has more of your answers. At the very least, your body has your yes, no for decision making. And it's a crucial part. It's not the only part of decision making, but it's a crucial part of decision making. And so if you've ever worked on your intuitive yes, your intuitive no, or your instinct or your gut reaction or gut response, there's lots of different ways that people talk about this. If you only develop one thing with your body, that is the one thing. Because when you approach a project and so let's say you're going to send DMs on LinkedIn. And let's say that you've decided, you know what, I'm going to do 10 DMs a day and I'm going to put an offer in every single one of them, and they're all going to be, have first connections, have second connections. I don't know, I'm making this up. So and if you feel like, I can't seem to stick with it, I can't seem to make this happen, well, then you can go back using your body's yes and no and figure out what's the piece. Because it may not be the whole thing is hard to do, because you might get that sense of like, oh, don't send DMs today. So you don't want to, right? Because your body feels like it's not safe. So is it because you're making an offer? Is it because you're doing 10? Is it because you're doing first connections? Is it because you're doing second connections? Is it because you're trying to do it every day? You can get a yes and no to every part of that and tease out the part that's the no and see how you can reframe that into something that could be a yes. So what if it's the offer part, right? And you might be like, oh man, that's the thing. Like, well, maybe I need to work on that. Well, maybe you do. What if you send one offer? Oh, still gross, right? And so what if you change it? What if I send not my offer, but an offer to a coffee chat? How about that? Maybe. What if I send an offer that is something where I'm giving them something? Not asking them for anything, I'm giving them something. Whatever it happens to be. So you can start teasing out some different answers on there. But that all comes from your body. And here's the one thing that helps me to come back to it, is remembering that this ajna, this center right here, for me, it wants to take over, because it's all about analyzing. It's conceptualizing. It's about, formulating. Going to get all the verbs here, I think. Lost track what I was doing. Formulating, putting the ideas. It's creating answers. Doesn't mean the right answers, but it's creating answers. And it's the way that I look at it is these answers are best guesses. They're not concrete. And I started thinking that, oh, hang on a second. This is what this does. It's great. It can give me the pros and cons list. It can analyze it. It can, I can use it to do a compare and contrast. I can do all these things with it, right? Formulate some opinions. But these are best guesses. And then I can tune into my body. Okay, so let my ajna come up with this list of some possible answers. And then I tune into my body. Does this one feel right? Is it a yes or a no? Kind of like what I just said about the DMs. Is it the number of DMs? Is it that it's first connections? Where is it? I can feel into each one of them. So now I'm using the power of my conscious thinking, but using the resonance, the alignment, the attunement to my direction, my future, what brings me ease from my body. It's a combination of both.